Welcome back to another segment, guys. Yesterday, obviously, with the Super Bowl happening, the Derrick Rose trade kind of flew under the radar, and rightfully so. It's the biggest event in North America in the year. So I wanted to just look at the Derrick Rose trade from kind of both perspectives, the Pistons and the New York Knicks. The Pistons get a guy who's just trying to prove himself at this point. He has one more year left on his contract, so he has this year, and he has an option for next season. But he's kind of been written off by the New York Knicks, and now the Pistons have two guys on the roster from the 2017 class, and Josh Jackson is the other guy. Josh Jackson went fourth, and Dennis Smith Jr. went ninth. So they have two guys who are really trying to prove themselves, and even Josh Jackson has bounced around quite a bit in his, fifth season in the league, fifth season. And Dennis Smith Jr., I think this is going to be kind of like his last ride in the NBA. Like, if he doesn't perform how he should with the Pistons, I think he could be headed towards Europe, which isn't essentially a write-off right away. He's going to get minutes here. The Pistons are last in the Eastern Conference, so you can fully expect him to play at least 15-20 minutes a game, I think, to kind of prove himself. And like I said, this is going to be like essentially his last ride in the NBA. Now take a look at the Knicks' perspective. They get Derrick Rose, former MVP. Tom Thibodeau's been his coach before. They finally get, and I shouldn't say finally because they've been kind of rebuilding the last number of years, but they get a guy who can mentor these players like R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin. They have a lot of guards on this team now, so don't be surprised if someone does get traded, like an Austin Rivers. Like, a lot of teams need shooting, and don't be surprised if Austin Rivers is on the move. But I like the Derrick Rose addition. The Knicks it's been a good but kind of strange season for them. They're number one in defense, but they're also last in points scored. Derrick Rose is going to help with that aspect of the game. He can put up numbers still, even at I think he's 32, 33 years of age. He's probably going to be coming off the bench, and he can, honestly, with a team that's so young, he could probably be a closer here as well. I know Julius Randle has been great this season, and they have R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel quickly has really proven himself to be a very good player in his first season. But don't be surprised if Derrick Rose is out there closing games, especially if he's on fire. And like I said, Tom Thibodeau knows him better than probably anyone else in the league. So I really like this acquisition from the New York Knicks perspective. And worst case scenario, he's a free agent at the end of the summer, so he'll just end up walking. And yeah, that's really my opinion on the trade. Let me know below what you guys think, who won the trade, your expectations of Derrick Rose in New York, and your expectations of the Knicks this season.